Okay, in the coming old footage, we're going to have a look at how the magnetic fields of this particular property reduce as we walk towards it. There's local distribution lines, power lines on the street, and we assessed that in the past, and we saw that the magnetic fields were somewhat stronger and reached deeper into the property, further than we would have liked. And so it was a blessing that there was enough space. We actually pushed the building further into the property. Very lucky if you can do that. But it also highlights the importance of measuring those magnetic fields before you even start building. Anyway, let's go and have a look. There's this concept of electronic pollution. The problem is that most houses have, because of their wiring and their exposure to cell phone towers, have an enormous amount of radiation exposure. And that's not good for us during the day, but especially at nighttime it's detrimental. If we can reduce what people are exposed to, then their health is not as burdened, and then their bodies can do what they can to recover. There's an ever-increasing amount of mobile phone towers around, and we all cop our fair share of exposure to those. Okay, here we are at the building site here in Thailand. So we're going to take some measurements. Okay, nice overlapping. We need at least an inch. Well, here we are, Dubai, very close to the border with Oman. This instrument measures in microvolts, it measures the body. The externals have all been shielded. What do you expect of your four walls? Alright, so here we are standing at the street. We still, of course, have those local distribution lines running along the street. So standing right under it, we're looking at about 210 nanoteslas, so that's about 2 milligauss. Not so bad, but let's see how that washes off now. We did this before the whole building was being put into place. So we've got about 180, 170, so it's 1.7 milligauss with this distance. Okay, and then at this distance we're looking at about 80 nanoteslas, so 0.8 milligauss, which is about the same as I can remember, judging from when these trees are, when last time I was here about a year ago. When we told the architect and the builders, and of course the owners as well, to consider moving that house further than those trees to avoid this level of magnetic fields. Alright, so here we are going further in, so now we're looking at about 40 nanoteslas. Yeah, very close to our ideal bedroom measurements of 0.3. Here we've ducked under the 30 nanoteslas, or under the 0.3 milligauss, so that's perfect. Look at that, 18 nanoteslas. Right, and here we are inside 15 nanoteslas, 0.15 milligauss. So gorgeous low reading. Of course, the electricity hasn't been roughed in yet here, so of course when that gets turned on we might get a little bit of an elevation, but it's got all the beginnings of wonderful low levels of magnetic fields. Of course, being lucky to be able to have that distance between those street power lines. The fields on these power lines were a little bit bigger than you might see on other street power lines or local distribution lines, but anyway, we've got enough distance here, so levels are great. Alright, let's look at the rest. Okay, I trust you found that interesting. So yeah, it highlights the importance of assessing those magnetic fields, well, really before you even buy the land, but certainly once you start placing it on there. I have been in instances where we have found magnetic fields that were so strong and there was no room to push the property further in, that the decision had to be made to build despite the exposure that we knew was going to be staying there and would be unfixable, or to abandon the project, sell the land, and acquire another piece of land to build on. Anyway, I'm sure you found this one interesting. So yeah, if you'd like to know more, visit radiationfreebuilding.com and subscribe to our newsletter. We'd be delighted to be involved in your project, so please reach out early. All right, see you next time.